It's The Lit Show with Jeremy Fee. New episode each Tuesday. Authors welcome, comments encouraged. Hello everyone, welcome to The Lit Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Fee. As always, I've got something special for you today. It's an author spotlight on one of the most creative people here on BookTube, Pae Veo, the author I'm talking about today. His videos are really fun, where you see him take on multiple personas, himself, the more punk rock version of himself, Stellar, and another identity that I call Holden, after Holden Caulfield, who is more of the quiet, perhaps shy, polite, reserved aspect. The videos are a lot of fun. If you're not already subscribed to his channel, I recommend you head over there. It's called Attention with an exclamation point. I have previously made a video about his short story collection, Searching for Marilyn Monroe, which I really enjoyed. Gave it high praise because I love philosophical literature. I love when stories cause me to think. A lot of times when I am reading now, if I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm able to speed it up to 2x speed and get through it. If I'm reading a book, I'm able to quickly speed read through a lot of paragraphs and pages, but not the writing of Pae Veo, because his writing actually makes me stop and think. I have to actually read at a slower pace to get through it because it is so very philosophical. And that's what I really want in my writing. I want to not only be entertained, but I want something that challenges my brain as well. He recently published a novel called The Perelin Decline. Just for fun, I like to pronounce it the Perelin Decline because I like that sound and that flow. This is a very philosophical work. Many people are saying they believe that he was inspired by Albert Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus, which is a great philosophical work. I went ahead and went back through and read through The Myth of Sisyphus at the end of last month, beginning of this month, to make sure that I had it in my head. Because I knew The Myth of Sisyphus from before, long ago, my study of philosophy, but I wanted to get it back in my head, get the full thing. And I'm glad that I did, because Camus has a lot to say in there. And the collected book has more than just the essay with The Myth of Sisyphus. There's so much more in there. But as I was saying, The Perelin Decline is not just any normal novel. It is a philosophical story. So we get the main character, Simone. She wakes up. She doesn't remember who she is. And I just want to go ahead and say, this is one of my favorite tropes when it's done well. I like the character that has a sense of amnesia and is trying to figure things out. Margaret Pinard is another author that I feel did a great job with this. In her novel, Memories Hostage, she had a character wake up actually in a bathtub in somebody else's house who didn't remember who she was. You may have read or seen the movies for the Bourne series, Jason Bourne, The Bourne Legacy, Bourne Supremacy, all of that stuff, with a character that's trying to figure out his memories, get all that back. Andy Weir had a successful novel that is science fiction. That was Project Hail Mary, in which he has a character wake up in space and trying to remember his mission and what it is that he's doing. There are several books that I can think of just off the top of my head that use this amnesia idea and do it really well. And again, we have that here with Pae Veo's book. Simone has this strange thing going on in her life where when she comes home from the hospital to her apartment, there are rocks all over the place, which is a big part of the connection with the myth of Sisyphus, always pushing that rock up the hill. And she has a dog, and on the dog's collar, it shows a name of nothing, capital N, nothing. I cared about the dog, as happens in stories when people have pets. I feel like Pae Veo was having a lot of fun with the wordplay, just like I would have. That is a move that I, as a writer, would have done as well. I think it's an exciting read. The philosophical idea of existentialism, trying to come up with what is your purpose in life? What is it that you should do with yourself? And anytime you look at a philosophy of existentialism, you run the risk of that nihilistic downward spiral. The potential depression or questioning if we create our own purpose in life, there is no purpose, and maybe this doesn't really mean anything. And how does that affect our existence? Which I believe is part of compounding the issue of the dog being named Nothing, the nothingness that can be in our lives. I don't want to say too much about the book. Not that I would be giving away too much of the plot in a sense of spoilers, because the book isn't necessarily focused on plot. The book is more focused on character and idea with the philosophy that's in there. But I highly recommend that you check it out. If you want more plot, then you should also check out the short story collection, where Pae Veo puts plot into shorter medium with the shorter stories and kind of character sketches and descriptions that are in that collection. So whether you are reading Searching for Marilyn Monroe, the short story collection, or the Perelin Decline, the novel, I think you are in for a treat reading the work of Pae Veo. That's all I had to say for today for this author spotlight. Every day is a good day for a book talk. Peace.